All right, looks like I'm live. Let's see. It is Monday morning, the 9th of September, 2024, just for the record. Um, Today, I'm just going to briefly talk about the Polaris Dawn. Now, what is the Polaris Dawn? Uh, Polaris Dawn is a spaceship rocket, as you can see here. Launch time will be tomorrow morning, September 10. Today's the 9th, tomorrow morning, the 10th. And I'll just read it real quick. It's just a couple sentences. First mission of Polaris Dawn, highest Earth orbit to be achieved by a crewed spaceship. Highest Earth orbit to be achieved by crewed spacecraft. That doesn't mean that they will be in space, okay? So it's important for you to read and understand what you're reading. Just reading something and saying the words right doesn't mean comprehension, right? Remember second grade when they did little comprehension tests? Sally went to the store and, bought a popsicle, and then the question is, what did Sally buy? And your answer is, I don't care and I don't remember. Remember that test? Of course, correct answer would be popsicle. It implies both conformity, obedience, and memory. And that's all they wanted. They don't care if you're a good person. They don't care if you're, if you think for yourself. So if you say, well, I don't care about this. I know the answer, but I'm not going to tell you. That's independence, right? That should be a good thing, but it's not. It's rebellion. So they want submission and obedience. They don't tell you that, obviously, but that's, in fact, what they're looking for. Anyway, back to Polaris Dawn. Polaris Dawn is the name of a certain flight. It's not a rocket name. As you can see here, it's by SpaceX. And as you can, I actually have the scroll over here. It's a Falcon 9 Block 5, which is the normal Falcon 9 rocket that goes up like every day. So very reliable, dependable, etc. However, like the thing says over here, it's the highest Earth orbit. It's not space. However, they are going to be doing a spacewalk. So that'll be interesting, which means it's going to be zero gravity. They won't be in actual official space, but it will be zero gravity. And so that will be interesting. It's by a private company, SpaceX, and they're doing it just to prove that they can do it, basically. Yeah, you have, I believe it's 4 people, and they're paying good money to do this, over $1 million each, from what I understand. Let me see if I can find any details about that. Polaris Dawn is a crew mission aboard a SpaceX crew Dragon spacecraft. Dragon is the Falcon 9. It's actually the little thing on top of the Falcon 9 where they keep the crew. Polaris Dawn crew, Commander Jared Ismackson, pilot Scott Poteet, and mission specialist Sarah Gillis and Anna Mina, so 2 men, 2 women, will spend up to 5 days in orbit. So this is not just an up and down. You know how Blue Origin, have you ever heard of Blue Origin with Jeff Bezos and Amazon? Look them up if you don't know about them. I expect you to actually do your own research and learn about this stuff. You can't just sit around. I'm not just cheap entertainment. I need for you to actually learn how to do things on your own if you don't already. I assume you do. But if you don't, learn how to look things up yourself. It's not that hard. Kids in class do that, right? Teenagers, kids, young as 1st or 2nd grade, they look things up. So anyway, they're going to be up there for 5 days in orbit, flying higher than any Dragon mission to date will attempt to reach the highest orbit flown since the Apollo program. So they're setting a record. This is also private, not public. They'll support scientific research designed to advance both human health and I think that's, I don't believe that. I think they're just going up there to get some attention, to see if they can, and to have a cool experience. Understanding of human health during future long duration flight. I don't think that's true. Be the first test Starlink laser-based communication in space. I do think that's true. And will attempt the first spacewalk from a Dragon spacecraft. Okay, so the attempt means that they're just going to check things out as it goes. And if everything looks good, all the systems check out and everything, and these 4 people are up to it, 1 or 2 of them will attempt to do a spacewalk. There's definitely risk involved. You're going outside of a safe spaceship, semi-safe spaceship, to the high Earth orbit of Earth, meaning that you're like hundreds of miles up above the Earth. And you have lots of floating junk. A lot of this floating junk is flying by at hundreds of miles an hour. It is too small to track, and nobody knows where it's at. I'm talking about things like nuts and bolts made out of metal that can go right through a person's suit, body, etc. if it's a direct hit. Thankfully, the odds of that are near 0, and so people don't consider that a possibility. However, it's not impossible. It would be a freak accident if it happened. So anyway, so this is what's going on. That'll be tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning, the 10th of September, 2024. Let me see if I can flip over to Starbase right now. Oh, what is Starbase? Starbase. So before I move on, this is going to be at Cape Kennedy, or Kennedy Space Center. They call it KSC. It used to be called Cape Canaveral. Some people still call it Cape Canaveral. And that's in it's where I used to live, actually, back in the late 1960s. What is it called? Cocoa Beach. It's Cocoa Beach. That's also where they supposedly had the TV show located for I Dream of Jeannie. I Dream of Jeannie was a TV show, funny show, back in the late 1960s, early 1990s, with Major Nelson, etc. A little, I think it was a 1-hour, little sitcom, situation comedy show. And Jeannie was an actual genie where she could blink and make things happen. So anyway, Cape Kennedy space flight tomorrow morning, assuming all the weather is good. They've had to delay things several times due to weather issues. All right, so let's flip over to Starbase. And this thing doesn't flip over on its own, so let me for myself here. Starbase. There we go. So we don't need to see their chatting live, but we don't need to see it. I want you to see what's going on over here. Looking pretty rainy, isn't it? So where is this? This is called Boca Chica, Texas. So it's the very southern tip of Texas. If you get a map, an online map, and by the way, they still make paper maps. I need to buy one because yes, and online stuff won't be here forever. There will be some time, some issue where everything goes out and you're freaking out because you want to leave, but you don't have your GPS and you don't know where to go. So you can use your north, south, east, west. Hopefully it's somewhere on your computer systems. You can also buy a compass. You can also probably use your phone, although if it's GPS dependent, that would be an issue. An actual compass, a real physical compass, would be good to have. It only costs a few dollars to buy, and it tells you which direction north, east, south, and west are. And so you could use that to know which way you're going. Also, if you're driving on the road and you have a driver's license, you can actually see on the signs. If you don't look up to watch those signs, just look up and you'll see on the signs, eventually it'll say which way you're going. It'll say like 75 north, south, or it'll say I-10 east or west. And so you'll know which way you're going. There's also the sun, if it's a clear day, It's the morning or evening. The evening side, you're going west. The morning side, you're going east, right? Middle of the day, you can't really tell. If it's overcast, like you're seeing here on the screen, well, it's hard to tell. So that's when it's important to have a compass at the very least, so that if you don't have GPS and it's overcast, then you can use that to know which way you're going if you need to go somewhere. However, if it's a normal day and it's overcast and raining like this, it's better just to stay inside like I am and, get on the computer, see what's going on, right? Okay, so this is this is on site at SpaceX's test location, where they are testing the SpaceX Starship, because it's different than the Falcon 9. The spaceship is bigger. They also have a huge booster. They've had 4 test flights so far. They've learned a lot from each one. That booster has 39 rockets underneath it. Ridiculous. Never been done before. And so they're breaking records as they go. And so that's the location here right now. As you can see, it's pretty overcast and rainy. Why is it just a little thunderstorm going by? It's a little bigger than that. Let me show you. We have some weather issues. Get that weather thing up on. There it is. Weather, share. So as you can see, so right here, this is where Boca Chica is. And as you can see, you have quite the storm coming through. And so that's why you're seeing all the rain. And so, they're going to have to do all of this before it's over. So it could last a day or two. Thankfully, that's Texas. And there we go. So Vero Beach, that's south of Cocoa. There's Cocoa Beach right there. And as you can see, fairly decent weather right now. So, and they're anticipating that by 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, it should be fine weather. So that's why they have it scheduled. Obviously, if that changes, if there's a freak pop-up storm or something, which is the most that it could be, they'll have to delay it. But it's primarily weather issues at this point. And so that's that. I'm sure there's other things going on in the news, but I'll cover those later. We have this whole thing going on with politics this evening. This is Monday morning, just past 9 a.m. or so. And then this evening, after you guys are home from work or school, see where that debate is going to happen. You're going to have Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Sorry. It's what happens when you're a new person on the block, right? They don't say your name right. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump will be doing a little one-on-one debate live. So catch that. It'll be interesting, regardless of which side you're on. It'll be a first time, and it'll be interesting. So yeah. All right. So I'm going to keep this fairly short. I'm sure I'll do more. That'll be it for now. Hope you guys have a good day.